Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to 10 Luminous Emanations. Let's, before we start, let's do a short meditation with the words of the Ari, just to set up our consciousness and release, all the thoughts before we came here, that we can concentrate and receive a message from the Ari, from Rav Ashlag. We know we right now we are still in the anniversary of the Ari, so it's amazing that we have the class right now. So while I'm reading, you can, if you wish, you can close your eyes. Just ask to receive a message, a clear message, and we would like to focus our energy to be present in this moment, that I can connect and listen to the messages that related with my journey. Something specific that I can work on to go to my next level. לפני הצמצום היה אינסוף ומלא כל המציאות. דע, כי טרם שנאצלו הנאצלים ונבראו הנבראים, היה אור עליון פשוט ממלא כל המציאות, ולא היה שום מקום פנוי בבחינת אוויר ריקני וחלל. אלא היה הכל ממולא מן אור אינסוף פשוט ההוא, ולא היה לו לא בחינת ראש ולא בחינת סוף. אלא הכל היה אור א' פשוט, שווה בהשוואה א', והוא הנקרא אור אינסוף. You can open your eyes. So last week we talked about the desire. Remember we're talking about it for a few weeks already. Today we continue and we connecting with, the Avraham explained, ביאור מחצבת הנשמה. Where is that place that the soul came from? ועתה התבהר עניין מחצבת הנשמה שאמרו, היא חלק אלוקה ממעל. Rav Ashlag mentioned it before, that the soul is part of the creator. וכולי. שהקשנו לאל, איך ובאמת השתנה צורת הנשמה מאורו הפשוט? So, Rav Ashlag said, we already asked the question, because the Kabbalists, they're not receiving an explanation or an answer like, oh, this is it, right? So they're asking a lot of questions. If you remember, once we watched a video of the Rav, and the Rav asked a question, and everybody waited for the answer, and then the Rav said, I don't know the answer, but at least I have the question. Yeah, because, we're asking many questions, but not the right questions. And usually we're not coming from the right intention or from the right place. If you open the Zohar and you read the Zohar, you see that the Zohar is written in a way of, most of it, questions and answers, right? The Kabbalist over there, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Abba, Rabbi Chia, they're asking questions, they're asking Rabbi Shimon, they're raising questions among them. Not always the answer in right away, but suddenly they see someone and they get the answer from, right? So it's beautiful to see, because the way that the Kabbalah is asking questions, the question that they ask because they want to cleave themselves with that of the Creator. If we check the questions that we're asking during the day, we can find that many times we're asking questions that something is really bothering me in the 1%, and I'm trying to find an answer here and now, how can I fix it? Instead of me asking, how can I cleave myself with the root? Because when I'm connecting with the root, now I receive this slide, that this slide can flush any problem out. Because it says in the place that the light is there, the darkness cannot exist. Okay? So we need to refrain our questions a little bit, just to tweak it a little bit, that we can connect with the light and not continue searching for answer in the 1%. So he's saying, we already asked a question, how come that the soul will be separated and different from the Creator? עד שתהיה נבדלת בזה מן הכל, יתברך. אתה מובן כי נעשה בה באמת. שינוי צורה גדול. And Rav Ashlag saying, so we can see that there is a difference in the shape of what's happened since we've been in the endless till we came here. כי הגם שהוא יתברך כולל כל הצורות שאפשר לחשוב ולערער, whatever we can imagine or we can think of, what does it mean, the light of the Creator? What does it mean to be part of the light of the Creator? אמנם אחר האמור לאל אתה מוצא צורה אחת, שאינה כלולה בו יתברך. So you can find that there is one shape that is not considered to be like the Creator. והיינו הצורה של הרצון לקבל. And what that shape that we're talking about, and Rav Ashlag explained that this is the shape, this is the vessel that calls desire to receive. Remember, desire to receive. Because what's the difference between us being in the endless and this world being created? It says, what is the new shape that's been created? Desire to receive. So he said, we have desire to receive. The Creator doesn't have desire to receive. This is why he says, we can find the difference between our part and the Creator. והיינו הצורה של הרצון לקבל, שחס ושלום מי יקבל, because the Creator can receive from whom? He is the source. אמנם הנשמות שכל בריאתן היא משום שרצה יתברך לענות להן, why the light created all the souls? Why? Do you remember we studied a few weeks ago? Why the light created this world and all the souls? You know, there are so many souls, right? Why? Why so many vessels? To do what?
To reveal more the Creator.
To share, to reveal
More the Creator.
more from the light of the Creator. Yes, so he says, Rav Ashlag saying, because he wants to reveal his light that they will enjoy this energy. Enjoy. להנות להן. שזוהי מחשבת הבריאה כנ"ל. This is the thought of creation. The thought of creation. Now, let's take this point for a second and connect with it and to look into our lives, right? We're still in the energy of the Ari, and we like to ask from the Ari for guidance and help. Because you know, the Ari who wrote the 10, it's called the Etz HaChaim, actually he wrote the Etz HaChaim, and Rav Ashlag gave the interpretation of Tree of Life. Okay, this is what we study. So we would like to ask from the Ari, you know, to open our spiritual eyes. I want to see the truth in everything. I want to see the truth because if this is the thought of creation, to share with the creations, just good. Let's take a step back for a second and think about ourselves, okay? So we said in the endless that I don't want to receive anymore till I'm going to be like you. I'm going to share. So if my behavior and my action is like the Creator, now I can receive. Okay? We studied in Kabbalah 1. Remember? And the Rav Ashlag mentioned it here a few times already. The Tzimtzum, right? So, take a day in your life. Let's say today. Or a day that you can remember. Take a day in your life and think about different type of relationships that you have. What is the root of your thought in this relationship? Think about it for a second. If it's with your husband, with your wife, with your kids, with your employees, with your boss, with your neighbor, with your best friend, what is the root of the thought of this relationship? Because the thought of creation is just to do good. So if I promised that I'm going to behave like the Creator, it means the thought of my relationships need to do just good. Or any projects that I'm doing, or even the work that I'm at, right? Or the company that I'm running, whatever the thing that we are doing. The thought behind it, the root of the thought, why I'm doing what I'm doing, need to be why? Because I want to do good. I want to reveal the light of the Creator. And if I don't have that thought, what does it mean to us? I'm dealing and busy with what? With the desire to receive for the oneself alone. Because the light cannot receive from no one. We have desire to receive, because we are the vessels. But we're supposed to transform the desire to receive oneself alone to desire to receive for the sake of sharing. Now I become a channel. And the light I can share the light. So just that point, it's very powerful. If we can start to pay attention to our relationships, and I can start to transform in any relationship my consciousness. You know, the other person doesn't know what you think, right? Sometimes we have thoughts and we think everybody can see my thought. And we get scared and we don't do, and then we're making decisions that are wrong decisions. No. Stop. Because this world works like a mirror. Whatever I'm projecting, this is what I'm going to receive. Not more and not less. I love to give this example, you know, when you're going to watch a movie in the theater, right? So you sit in and there is a big screen and then there is a projector. And where is the projector usually? Behind, right? And then he projects the movie. Whatever there is already in that movie, this is what you're going to project. It's not something you're going to change. Something the actor will say, you know what, I don't want to do it, I'm just leaving. What? No, you can't. It's already been filmed, right? So also, all the movies already been written since creation. We have the ability to choose which movie to live. So it means when I'm choosing that specific movie, that right now I'm projecting, this is the movie. This movie already been written. If you want to change something, you can't change something inside of this movie. You need to change the entire movie, the entire cassette. So whatever I'm projecting right now in this relationship, that's what's going to happen. This is why I want to stop before I'm projecting, and I want to think just a second. What I want from this relationship? What is my goal? With your business, with your wife, with your kids, with your husband, with your friends, with everybody. What is the goal over there? I need to have the thought, because what is the thought of creation? Yes, there is a thought of creation before this universe being created. Also, we supposed to be the creators, or not supposed, we are the creators of our lives. Yes or no? Yes. You believe in that or no? Yes. Okay. So if I'm the creator, before I'm taking any action or saying some words that I'm going to regret after, I'm supposed to stop and to project the thought, the real thought of why I'm going to do whatever I want to do, or why I'm going to say what I want to say. And maybe we can find many times that it's better for me not to say nothing right now, or to do nothing, till I will have the right intention. Because at the end of the day, all of us, we're seeking for the same things. You want to be healthy, you want to be wealthy, you want to feel good, you want to be happy. We want the joy of the Creator. This is the goal of why this creation, right? But if I don't feel, if I'm not tasting the taste of life, it means like the taste of tree of life, the way I should taste it, it means I'm not projecting the right movie right now. I'm not in the right channel right now. So I'm not connecting. Because when my vessel is ready, no question been asked. The light will fulfill. So he's saying the thought of creation. What would you like to create right now? You know, right now we're sitting here in the class, right? But when we're going to finish, also here. Why you came here tonight? Also, we need to think. What is my goal? You know, we did the meditation before, remember? That each one of us want to ask and to receive a sign that something that will click with me, that will help me in my journey, in my correction. So when we're going to leave this room and go back to our lives, right? You're going to meet some people, or you're going to have text messages, emails. What do you want from that relationship? Now, things aren't going to happen in an automatic way, and sometimes Satan plant, you know, in our mind that somehow things will be okay. But Abraham asking the question, he's raising the question in a different place, why you think that it will be okay? Are you doing something to change your movie? Or you just have the illusion that something will be okay? So something can be okay if I will do something about it and I'm going to make it okay. Now, to make something okay doesn't mean it will happen in a second. It doesn't mean if right now I plant a seed and I said, okay, this relationship, I just want to reveal light, and suddenly I make the person happy and create peace with the person and everything like flow. It doesn't mean that tomorrow with the same person it's going to be the same. No. It's a new day. It's a new day in this game. We have to remember that. Many times we have people that around us and we make it happen and we're like so happy, and after an hour even you can have a fight. So, and you don't get it. So like, how come? Hour ago we laughed, we have so much fun. How come now we're fighting? We have argument. Maybe something in your consciousness changed, and you didn't pay attention to the words, to the behavior, to the way you answer it. Maybe you rush your answer instead of wait and think what you've been asked. How many times people asking us questions, and we think we understand the question, and we give it an answer that's sometimes not related to what we've been asked. Has that happened to you? Once or twice? Or you ask a person and he answers something and said, no, I didn't ask that. It's happened to most because we live in our world. So we're not there really to listen. We just live in our world, and this is what I want to project right now. But just a second. There is a relationship. And the relationship, first of all, we need to have relationship with the light, right? I need to cleave myself with the endless. But the way to do it, there is one way, yes, with all the tools that we use in, that we connect in. But the main way that what we do, you're not working with the book all day long and scanning the Zohar, right? It's dangerous. You need to drive, you need to work, you need to cook. So we're making the connection, but then most of the time, our connections is through people. Through people. Through words. Letters. And this is the danger here, is that we don't pay attention. We don't pay attention. We're using so many words in a day that we don't pay attention. So why he's saying the thoughts of creation? Before you take any action with your words or your physical body, plant a seed. What do you want to have from that specific relationship? And it gives us the answer, right? להיטיב לנבראיו, להנות להם. I want to bring the light into this relationship. Whatever it means to you. Because remember, it says, it's a beautiful concept. And I was explain that they couldn't find any vessel that can hold the blessings. Like, except one vessel. And Rabbi Shach explained that this vessel called peace. Peace. Peace is a vessel that can hold blessings. And peace, we need to have peace everywhere. Peace is not just peace between countries. Peace is, first of all, I need to have peace between me and myself, between me and God and the light. And now I need to practice peace between people. Right? Me and my wife, my kids, my friends, my boss, my workers. We have so many relationships. We don't think about creating peace. We just think about, in a big picture of, we would like to have peace in this world, right? Would you like to have peace in this world? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Beautiful. But how we can create peace in the world? If we continue waiting that someone else will create the peace, never going to be peace. It starts from me. I need to make sure to create peace in my vessel, that I have the light. If I have it, I can share it. If I don't have it, I can't share nothing. Any person can hold book and read, but to share energy, it's different than reading a book. People can have amazing memories. You know those people that they read one time and they remember everything by heart? It's amazing. I know a few. Like it's unbelievable. They can read this and now they know it by heart. Okay, maybe they can be good actors. It doesn't mean if you remember everything that you read, it means you're going to apply it. You're going to live by it. And this is how the energy being revealed. So it means I need to do something about it, that my vessel will receive the light. Now, whatever you're going to say, it's the energy inside of your words come from a different level in the 10 emanations, in the worlds, in my connections. You know, how many people told you that they love you? Yeah, people told you once in life? Maybe twice, yes? Every time that the same person or different people told you, I love you, the same word, did you feel the same energy? Right? No. But what's the difference? I love you. 3 words. I love you, no? So it means it's not the words. It's not the letters. The letters that are just channel of the light, of the energy. It means what I have in my thoughts, that's what I'm going to put inside of the words and I deliver. They're just the messengers. So we know that when we're using words, we need also to put the intention, not just. So the thought is very important before I'm taking action or before I'm talking. And if I have the right thought, it means who will receive first? The person or me? Me. Why are you so quiet? Me. So if I'm going to receive more, I'm going to enjoy the light first. I'm going to taste from it. Now I want more. But remember, Satan is also there. This is the part of the game. It means there are many things in life that we already taste the light. We felt what does it mean to be happy. We felt what does it mean to be loved. But unfortunately, we lost this energy. Sometimes we live by memories, right? We kind of like, yeah, I remember when I was 20 years old, when I was 50, when I was this. It's like, in the past, I'm wishing for the future. What Rav tells us here, the light wants to fulfill the vessel 24/7. Not in the past, not in the future. Right now. What can I do right now to receive this light? This is what I need to ask myself. It's not related with anyone else. No, but you don't understand. She pushing my buttons. She don't understand. She not study Kabbalah. She not spiritual. He not spiritual. My boss, please. So much noise in the head. Yeah, but when you're hungry, or you want your coffee, are you blaming your boss or your wife or somebody else because you're not eating or buying your coffee? What? No. What do you do?
Buy a coffee.
Buy a coffee and make sandwich, no? Or whatever you like, salad. You're not blaming no one. No, I need to fill up my stomach, my belly, right? I'm hungry. So there are things we're not blaming no one, we're just taking care of ourselves. But many other stuff, when we relate it with energy, yes, I will blame everybody else. But the Kabbalah is telling us it's not connecting with people. Remember what we said at the beginning. Whatever you're projecting, this is what you're going to see. This is your mirror, this is your movie. The people around us, they just the actors in my movie right now that I'm projecting. They showing me my consciousness today. So maybe yesterday I was Superman. And today, I'm not. So they show me, listen, what's going on? Yesterday we've been Superman. What's happened to your consciousness? But I'm still, remember yesterday, wow, listen, I did this, I did that. Just a second, wake up. It's a new day in this game. Any professional that you ask, yesterday they have a game, right? Football or basketball. Okay, so yesterday they won. Today they can come to the next game and just do whatever they want? Or they need to start all over again? It's like the first game they play. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because why? They want to win, no?
Yes.
They want the championship. So we know that. When they have the playoff, it's like, I think it's every day, no? Every day they play? Almost. Every other day, right? It's very hard to do that. But from the point of our game, it's every day. There's no every other day. There's no vacations, you know. Unfortunately, there's not really vacations. Even you want to go to the Caribbean or whatever you want to run away from your correction in this world, you always will find the teacher, the boss, the same characters in different places in the world. And sometimes even worse. So he said, what's going on? Whatever I'm living and I'm moving, and there is the same person, different name.
Different face.
Yeah? The thought of creation canal. He says, שזוהי מחשבת הבריאה כנ"ל. אם כן בהכרח שנטבע בנשמות החוק הזה, he says, so for sure, each soul, it's been engraved, that law, inside of each soul. So we have that energy of doing good and bringing the light to everybody else because of the Creator. Because we're part of the Creator. What the difference? Just the desire. But he says that law of doing good for creations, we have it inside of us. If we use it or not, it's on us. He's saying, לרצות ולחשוק לקבל שפעו. That we have that desire, not just to share the light, we have that desire to receive the abundance from the light. Now imagine that, okay? Let's be honest with ourselves. And think about it, you don't have to answer. During the day, do I really have the desire? It's actually more, it's like the craving. We talked about it a few class about the craving. Do I really feel the craving toward the Creator? Or I'm just dealing with things in my life according my knowledge or my studies in this world? Right? Think about it. Just, you can test yourself. You don't have to answer. Think about it. Because if I have the desire for the light, so my consciousness needs to be in a place that I'm always, before I'm taking action, saying something, and make decisions, I first of all make my connections and ask, and wait for an answer. Because I don't know what the right thing to do. How do you know? No, I'm sure. Don't worry, let's sign the contract. I'm sure. How you can be sure? How I can be sure that this is the right thing to do? So he's saying the desire and the craving to have the abundance. You know, I'm sure it happened to you a few times that you thought about someone and suddenly the person called you. Yes? Oh, suddenly you appear. Oh my God, I was just thinking about you and you're here. Oh man, that's amazing, right? And we think, oh, it's a coincidence. No, there's no coincidence. We call it telepathy, right? Yeah. Okay, so do it always. But what the light showing us, if you have the desire for something, really have the true desire, the light will give you the answer. But we don't believe in it. So what we do, it's easy. Siri, can you find for me blah, 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 blah. Siri, right? Or Google, no, it's Google today. It's easy. We believe more in Google and Siri in this world than we believe in God. We trust in the computer more than we trust in the light. Unfortunately. So, who I should call? Dialing God, it says, no? It says, but we need to have the desire. It's not enough just to dial God. It's not enough just to connect or to pray. It's not enough just to say words. Like we say, I love you. Okay, so, what do you mean I love you? You don't feel nothing sometimes, right? Person wants something from you. Or you really want to feel like, I love you. We really want to feel the energy. The person is willing to do everything that he can for you. So the light wants us, what is this desire and craving? That without the light, I can't do nothing. And this is the truth, actually. We're not lying. But we don't feel like that. This world, the malchut, the desire to receive for the oneself alone, blocking us from having that truth, that feeling that I can't do nothing without the light of the Creator. I can't. What do we have that we can say it's ours? What you can say it's yours in this world? There is something you can say it's mine? No, maybe somebody has something, I don't know. Yes, somebody has something that can say it's his? Even a person is inventing something, yes? It's my invention. Okay. So when you leave the world, you will take it with you? No more invention? You're just a channel for the light. You channel it. It's from creation already. Everything from creation. It says, King Solomon says, nothing is new under the sun. So don't delusion yourself that you invent something. Yes, new technology, okay, but it's, from the point of the light, it's not new. We limited people. This is why we think, Wow, but the Kabbalah is connected with other iPhones. They didn't iPhone, cell phone, Siri, Google, they connected. All this knowledge they receive directly from the light. Right? The Torah is talking about it. The Zohar is speaking about it. Rav Ashlag is talking about it. All the Kabbalists they're talking about it. So, why are they telling us that? Because we can do it also. If I will start to transform my consciousness, and I'm going to use the 1% just as 1% as a tool, and I'm going to practice the power of my thought to cleave myself to the light of the Creator and to inject more and more energy of desire and craving to the light, and I will explain to myself that I can't do nothing without the light of the Creator, because God forbid if the light will take the soul back, what the body will do? The body can continue by itself? Like the ego, huh? Yeah, I can do whatever, right? I can do whatever I want. Yes, what do you think? He says the soul belongs to the Creator. Chelek Elokah Mimal, it belongs to the light. So, what the ego will do? So who is driving most of the day? The body or the soul? Right? This is why I was telling us here, where you can check your thoughts. Where are you connecting to? And that you can check like every second. Because we have so many thoughts, we don't even pay attention. So our desire need to be, now we continue our Ashlag, that I want to receive the abundance from the Creator. Now, why are you telling us from the Creator? Because usually, what is my thought? I'm receiving my abundance right now. Who you receiving your paycheck from?
At work.
From?
Work.
From work. From the clients? Or from your boss? Depends if you have a business or if you employee, right? So we think I'm receiving from the employee, from the customers, or from my boss, okay? But, the Zohar explained, and the Zohar explained about herbs, and he says there are a lot of herbs that can cure people, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you heard about different type of herbs, right? It's amazing. But the Zohar says, if you believe that the herb cure you, it's considered to be idol worship. Because who really cured the person? The herb? Or the light of the Creator inside of the herb? Who created the herb? The light of the Creator. This is just a vessel that holds that infusion of healing, but it's the healing of the Creator. So who really heals us? The Creator. So he says, your intention, your consciousness need to be, right now I'm connecting through that herb to the light of the Creator that represent that type of light. 70 names of God. Each combination connect us to different level of the Creator, different type of light and blessings. So, what does it mean to want to have the desire and the craving to receive it from the Creator? My consciousness will start to transform itself to a place that whatever I'm going to use, I'm just connecting through those water to the light of the Creator. Everything I'm doing. So, okay, we can start with food because it's easier than thinking about people, because we have so many conversations, but we have to start to practice our consciousness. If not, it's coming in from here and going from the other ear, and that's it. Evaporate. Because everything starts with a thought. סוף מעשה מחשבה תחילה. How I told us before. סוף מעשה מחשבה תחילה. The end of the result start with a thought. ובזה נמצאות נבדלות הם מנו יתברך, משום שנשתנתה צורתן הם מנו יתברך, שכבר נתבהר שמאוד גשמי נחלקת ונבדלת על ידי כוח התנועה וריחוק המקום. And he says that this is why you can find different type of souls, different type of vessels. Why? Because he says, remember we studied about makom, a place. He says that in the 1%, the essence of the 1%, we can find a difference between the objects, between the vessels. How? From the power of the movement and the separation of distance. I don't know, when you have two objects that are in different places. So we think it's there is separation. But we know there's no separation because the light is everywhere. והמהות הרוחנית and the spiritual essence in the vessel. נחלקת ונבדלת על ידי שינוי צורה. How the spiritual energy is different from each one of the vessels by the change of the shape of the vessel. The shape. The shape is not like how the body looks like. It's the way that the vessel thinks. The way that the vessel is operate. Because many times, and think about it, many times we have a lot of good thoughts. A lot of good thoughts. We can actually even express our good thoughts. But not necessarily when the test will come, we're going to act upon it with those good thoughts. Are you follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we can, sometimes the opponent, he led us to be spiritual. Hey, go. Study, read the books, do whatever. And you feel, wow, it's amazing revelation, amazing. Okay, you have a lot of information and light, but you didn't activate it yet. You just have it, right? And now what? And the right time, when he will decide, he will give us a test. Because he's going to the creator and say, listen, this guy says it's spiritual. I'm telling you it's not. No, I'm telling you, look what he's doing. He's getting the Zohar, even coming to Tellem explanation, he study, he want to change. I'm telling you it's not. Let's give him a test. So the girl needs to, okay, you know what? Let's test him. Bam! In a second, he take all the energy that we work for. And we think like, oh my God, what just happened? What just happened? Sometimes so excited from the idea that we are spiritual that we're not activating the energy. We're just talking about it. But if you're going to talk about sport, you're going to have a good shape,
No.
right? But they don't like to talk about it, not to work out. Or about diet, or if you're going to talk about food, it means you're a good chef. No, maybe you read a lot of articles and you have a lot of, but maybe you don't know even how to cook. You just like to eat, so you go to restaurants. So it means nothing. And sometimes people, you can sit with people and you can think, wow, amazing how much information you have. Knowledge, it's after you activate the information, and after you activate, now you have the wisdom. How does it work? Okay? No, I give different examples in different classes, but think about it, today, with all the media, you see a lot of crazy stuff that people are doing, right? Let's say some of those crazy stuff look simple, right? When you sit in here and now we're going to watch a video, said, oh my God, yeah, I can do that, it's easy, whatever. But when you go into the field and you try to do what this guy doing, maybe you try like 1 year to do what he's doing. And he's doing like without one hand and this ball on the hand, right? Not even pull-ups, whatever, just right? And we think, give me a ball, I will show you. It's feel like easy, no? It's not easy. You know how long it takes to practice to do those things? So also spirituality, we need to practice. Satan telling us, no, look, you connected, you have it. Yeah, I have it, okay. Amazing. But now the test will come. When the test is coming, bam. And when the test comes, I feel like, no, but I'm representing the light. If you remember the stories about Moshe. Moshe, when he was in a level, he reached the level of half angel, half human being. He was in the level of da'at. It's a sphira, keta, chokhmah, bina, between bina and chesed, da'at. It's the highest level of human being that could reach this level. And think about Moshe, whatever they tried to blame him, he never fall into the judgment. He always want to do what? Good. This is what he says. The thought of creation. If you read the stories, the little stories without even the interpretation, or actually you should read the interpretation because there is a lot behind the scenes what they try to do to him. And if you read what they blame him with, it's like unbelievable. But still, he want to do what? Just to help them. Just to guide them. He protect them even from the Creator, like, no, don't kill Noah. If you kill them, take me out of your book. So he didn't kill them, okay. So he took the name of Moshe with one of the portions. So what Moshe did, he was connected with the thought of creation, just to do good. He tried to finish the correction, tried to help them to correct. And that thought we all need to have. Because I want to behave like the light. I need to have that thought. I want to do good. I want to bring good to that relationship. And imagine, if you can imagine that huge net of doing good, but from the right reason, not from what I can get from the other person. This is huge agenda. Really pure, just doing good, because I know when I'm doing good, it's like I'm a channel. So I'm receiving, first of all. So there's a circuitry. So I don't need to be afraid I'm not going to have. We're losing nothing. We're actually going to have more. Because I'm expanding my vessel, I can handle more and more and more and more. So I don't need to be afraid. No. More you will have this thought and you're going to share, the more you're going to have. Because the light want to do what? Just good. How much the light have to share with us? Unlimited. Unlimited. Infinite. So why are we afraid to share or have the thought of sharing in an infinite way? With every person. Think about the sun and the moon. The sun doesn't calculate with the moon if she behaved today or not. Right? We calculate all day long with people. And we're supposed to be like the light, to share. So, God forbid, you know, if we calculate in, what do you think happened in the upper worlds? They also calculate about us, what we should get or we shouldn't. And it says if a person doesn't calculate and he just sharing with the pure channel, he can receive more things that he's not supposed to have in this reincarnation. I'll tell you a story before you watch the video. You know the holy brothers, Rabbi Zusha and Rabbi Elimelech of Lizhansk. And Rabbi Zusha, you know, he was very, very poor, and a family, they give their lives to help other people, to connect them, to bring them back to the light. And one day, you know, one of the students came to Rabbi Zusha's house, and he used to come to ask for help. And he see that Rabbi Zusha, you know, he studied, and really, they barely have food to eat. And he had a small business, he didn't make a lot of money. But he says, you know what? I love my teacher, and whatever I have, I will give him, you know, whatever I can. So he started to go every time and give him money. And slowly, you see, after a few months, his business, suddenly more clients coming, more clients, his business grow, and he began to be a rich person. And he continued giving to Rabbi Zusha more and more money. So he understood, because I'm giving to Rabbi Zusha, this is what's happened to my business. I'm giving charity, this will happen. Wow, amazing. So one day he came to Rabbi Zusha, and he can't find him at home. So I asked, where is my teacher? I said, oh, he went to his teacher. And the teacher was in a different town. He said, what? My teacher have a teacher? I didn't know about it. So he said, okay, thank you. So and on his way home, he started to calculate. You know what? If I give to my teacher, and this is what I got, imagine if I give to his teacher, how much I can have. So he find out where his teacher lives in different town, and he's rich, no problem. Put somebody in the business, and he left. It was weeks to go there, right? And he started to go once in a while, and to give his teacher of Rabbi Zusha the money. And slowly his business had to go down till he lost everything. So he said one day in the business, no, you know, my teacher is a righteous person. He can't be. He cursed me, but I have to go to ask him. So he went to Rabbi Zusha, told him, listen, hi, how are you? Oh, I didn't see you for a long time. Please come in. You know, he wasn't there for a long time. So he said, listen, you know, that what happened. So I told him, okay, would you like to know the true story? What's happened? He said, yes. Okay, sit down. I told him, listen, you know, when you came to this world, you're supposed to be a poor person. You're not supposed to be a rich person. But because you came to me and you see my condition, and you took from your food and give me and my kids, they didn't calculate you in heavens. And they give you more and more and more. They took the book, took your book and put it in the side and said, this person, we just give him. The moment that you have that thought and you calculated, they took the book and they opened and said, okay, what is this person supposed to have? And they took all your, not your money, they took the money that they just give you to share. So right now what you have, this is what you're supposed to have. And in life, we don't pay attention to we calculating. And we think by doing different tricks, we're going to have more. It's not about tricks. We're supposed to trick our opponent. Not to be tricked by the opponent to block the light to give us more. Okay?
To know what does the child actually contain. While it's a child, only Ora Nefesh. The potential to reveal everything is there. This is the paradox.
In due time.
In due time.
So we'll never
In due time.
look into CDC.
Never.
Just to remind us what the Rav is talking about, right? Or Nefesh, the Rav is talking here about a kid. Because a kid, right, is much more closer to the light. Remember the Rav said last week that a kid, if you want to have prophecy, right, you can get prophecy through kids. They're more pure and more connected with the light. Okay?
Never.
Means that
Never.
the doctors are now checking into the DNA. What could they see there? Nothing.
They can see everything, how it will, all the possibilities, but reality of it does not exist.
It's like environments. It depends on.
They can maybe compare one DNA of one person and a DNA of another person. They can make some conclusions of the structure, but they cannot say.
Therefore, DNA and genetic engineering is going to be one of the biggest klalot. The biggest klalot. Biggest curse.
Cloud is cursing.
If they're permitted to do what they want to do. They will create the philosophical aspect of this DNA. They'll create monsters. You know what we read in the Torah? Demons and deformities and abnormal things. Why? Because they see a strand that when it becomes revealed, this seems to be the strand that causes Down syndrome. You know, many of the diseases, they'll catch it right there. There are two things wrong with that. Two things wrong with that. Why was it there in the first place? As long as you don't ask that question, why was it there in the first place?
Why wasn't there what?
Why is that defect there? Is it there in every DNA?
Why is a defect in the DNA?
There, that's right, in this child, and not somewhere in this fetus,
Okay.
and not somewhere else. That's a question they never ask. Because
They want
you have to go back.
Yeah.
You have to go back, right? Where do you go back to? You can go back to a soul. Does that mean that you can never correct the DNA? They see now what's wrong. Does that mean they shouldn't correct it?
Well, they want to correct it in the DNA. They don't go to the soul. That doesn't go.
And the fact that they don't touch that backwards, they don't go there, they're not going to correct. Does that mean, let's say the Ari was here, would he operate on that DNA? It's now in the fetus yet. It didn't come out yet out of the mother's womb, right? It's still there. Would he correct it? Does that mean it shouldn't be corrected? The child should be born that way with a defect?
You correct it by going back
To the soul.
That's right.
to
That's
the
right.
soul
That's right.
of that person
That's
of their
right.
life maybe and try to bring it into normal.
That's right.
Or
The-
bring the mother to normal.
More
Or
so.
the father.
That's where you'd be going back. That's right. That's where you go back. That's where you go back. But just to start at this point, without taking into consideration everything else, how do you know what's going to come out of it? So you have to go back to the mother and the father, maybe to correct whatever was wrong there. Because why is this particular child of these parents suffering, or has been, the DNA has become embedded with a defect and others not? Why? And the moment you never ask, if you don't ask why, then whatever you're doing is playing around and thinking you've accomplished something. And we only have a few minutes because it's Rosh Chodesh. We want to start, I just wanted to, I thought this would be an understanding of what, this is very complicated. This Seif is very complicated. Because you have to, you have to see so many paradoxes at the same time. And our minds are not used to that. Television, they give you the straight show. You can almost forecast. Maybe you don't know who the murderer is. But I mean, you know the whole process, right? And you find out at the end, right?
Okay, we stop here. But let's connect with what the Rav just said, okay? It's very powerful and very deep. And it's something that we explained tonight from Rav Ashlag. Remember, the thought, the beginning of the thought is very, very important. Why I'm doing what I'm doing, or what I want to do, right? The thought of creation, everything that we created. Now, how it's related with what we talked, the Rav explained here that many times he's talking about the scientists and doctors, but many times, even us, we're trying to interfere and to change situations that we shouldn't touch even, okay? The Rav Ashlag in a different book is explaining and talking about it, that each person, he born in a certain way, that according his correction, this is the way he should walk at, right? And when someone trying to change the direction of this person, he interferes of all the process that soul is supposed to go through. And sometimes people try to do it to us, and we do it to other people. And if we can do what we just talked today, right, about the first thought, to think about why I'm doing what I'm doing, it's never about the other person. It's about me. I need to stop trying to change people. It says, if you want to change someone, you should change yourself first of all. And if you will change yourself, it says that the way you change yourself, the energy that you reveal, will enforce the other person to change. But not you. The energy of your change. Okay? If you want someone to do diet, and you're going to tell him to do diet, he's going to listen to you, you think? Or he's going to reject? Or procrastinate? But if you want someone to do diet, just be excited and do diet by yourself. Go work out by yourself. Start to look good. Start to look happy. So he'll look at you and say, oh my God, wow, you look amazing. What are you doing? Oh, now you can share. You're not pushing no one. He will feel your energy. He will want to do it also. Maybe in a different way, not the way you did it. But he will feel the energy. And this is what it means when you change him. People will feel the energy, and that energy will enforce them to change in their own way. They don't have to come to your gym or to do whatever you're doing. They will choose whatever their way. But usually in life, we're trying to enforce our consciousness the way I think you should do or shouldn't do. And if it will be in my way, things will look better. How do you know? But the other person thinks the same like you. If you listen to me, it will be better. No, it's very important what the Rav say here. There is a way and process for each soul. Why it came to the world in this way. We supposed to support the process of each person. And this is why the Rav is saying here, if my thought can be as the thoughts of creation, and to bring good to each situation, I'm supporting not just my process, the process of other vessels. It's beautiful. It's very powerful. So try this week, It's not a coincidence that the Rav mentioned the Ari. I don't know if you pay attention for those that come in every week. The Rav is not mentioning the Ari so many times in the lectures. And the Rav mentioned today, this is the Ilul of the Ari tonight. Huh? So we can still ask from the Ari for help and guidance. But take this, whatever click in your heart from tonight connection, take it and manifest it. Don't wait. If you're going to wait, you're going to forget about it. Manifest it. Work with it. Change your consciousness to manifest the light of the Creator and help to support others in their journey. Good luck. Can you press stop over there?